people who are either laid off completely or who have their work hours reduced. Now it means that you have, if you have your work hours reduced, it means you have more time to do other things. Now, as a regular employee, it would also mean that if someone is laid off, they have time to go into other businesses or work for other people. Is an employee able to work for another business while they are working reduced hours? Jide?
Well, depending on the contract you sign with the company you're working for. Okay. So it's important that you are also not working for the company in the same industry. Oh, okay. Because of propriety. Yes. So you need to be very careful of that you are not doing that. Because if that happens, it can eventually, it's pandemic. It's because of pandemic that's happening. Pandemic ×2 is about to happen to that industry, because if data that are not supposed to be shared are shared, there will be trouble. So yes, so with your free time, sorry.
Before you, in addition to that, you can go ahead and answer the question, but I'm saying that professionals now, I'm just going to move to my second question. Professionals now, how can they leverage this period, whether they are completely laid off or they are working reduced hours? Because if I'm already used to an income of a few thousand a month and my expenses already matched to that, I don't want to make less income. What can I do this period to ensure that I can subsist and possibly thrive?
Now, you see, Ayo, you made mention that you want to earn more, because you want to earn, you at least be at par with what you have always been earning. Now, but you see, I think we need to also look at another side of that. Rather than earning at this time, we have a lot of opportunity to improve ourselves at this time. Now, you see, there's going to be a lot of things coming forward. There's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of businesses. There's going to be a lot of jobs. But if you're not careful, the people we have right now that are locked down will not be qualified to apply for those jobs when those jobs eventually come. What am I saying? Assuming you have your half hour and you have the half hour to yourself. One of the things we can do is, now we have a lot of organizations, a lot of training organizations that even threw their doors open for free training, even including Harvard. Coursera did that. I know LinkedIn did that sometimes also.
edX as well.
Yes.
Yes,
it's an opportunity for self-development, really. It's an opportunity for self-development. I still work full-time. Howbeit work from home. I work full-time. But you see, I do training. I train, I watch, I register. I have a training tonight. I have another training tonight. So I do all that just to keep building up myself, because a job is coming that I need to be prepared for. So at that point, I would have said the money I was hoping to earn, the half part of the money that I was hoping to earn, I would have earned more than that by developing myself. The other part of it that I want you to look at is this. Now, you are doing half hour, you are not burning petrol. You are not staying in traffic. You are not stressed as much as you would have been. You are not paying toll free. You're not paying toll in toll booths. You're not doing any of these things. So a lot of your expenses are cut short. The best you are doing right now is eating. Even if you are eating ×2, it's still not compared to the expenses that you would have had. So, meaning your expenses is reduced. So you really don't need as much that you thought you do need. So I want us to look at it from that two perspectives, that your expenses are reduced, so you don't have to think that you need to spend more. And the second thing is that the time that you have that you think is free, use that for self-development and keep training and retraining yourself. And the training at the end of the day is even free. So take advantage of that.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, even though I would challenge some of the points that you've raised.
No,
but yeah,
I perfectly agree with Jide. Let me back a little bit from the previous question.
Ibem, you won't challenge anything. I don't.
These are basic HR truth.
I don't perfectly agree, but I think he's made like solid points, so I'll let you write. But Ibem, go ahead.
I hope you've not forgotten that Jide and I are cut from the same fabric.
That's why I'm standing in the middle.
So to a large extent, you know, our views are going to be very similar. Approach may differ, you understand?
Yeah.
You know, but that's just for the sake of that. Now, let me go back to what I wanted to say. You know, you asked the question, what could employees engage in other forms of work, you know, during this period when they are not working for their employer? Now, Jide rightly mentioned that it depends on what the contract is that you sign with your employer. Now, most organizations frown at moonlighting. You know, they don't expect you to take up any other remunerative job, you know, especially in a similar field while you're working for them, okay? And they will not allow that. Now, but one of the things that is happening in this world of work that we see evolving right now is what is called the gig economy. You understand? A lot of organizations are going to begin to look towards exploring the gig economy, where you have people who are not full-time employees on your payroll, who are part-time, you know, workers, and they're freelancers. You know, depending on how you're structured, there are people you can quickly bring on for a project, you know, or help you deliver a task, and then based on agreed terms, you pay them and you let them go. So with this coming right now, you know, if somebody has been, somebody's work has been put on hold and they can't work, they cannot earn. While they are on hold, if they find something doing, by all means, yes, they can take up that engagement, you know, and earn money, but not while you're currently employed. Now, coming to the second question, how can employees leverage this period? First and foremost, I think, I know the worst is almost gone, but the most important thing for everybody is to try to stay alive. It is when you are alive before you start talking about what next you can do. So the most important thing, I hope some people don't get locked down and then they get locked up that they can't get back to work after that. People need to pay a lot of attention to their health.